Good morning. It's a weekend. You might have noticed yesterday that the first day of the first weekend since greater physical distancing measures have come into being and where we are in Minnesota felt quite different than the week itself. While the week felt disorienting, sometimes chaotic, sometimes very challenging for many of us. The weekend is when we do things. The weekend is when people get back to themselves, spend time with family, do some of the things that make them feel like themselves again sometimes, without being able to do the normal things, get together in the normal ways, go the normal places, be our normal selves, move about in our normal ways. It can feel even more disorienting than a week when there is some structure, even if it's a different structure. Today I had the chance to see a video of the WHO director speaking about the status of things, and the words he said that stuck with me were, "No matter how severe the situation, it can always be turned around." I rewound and watched it 5 more times. I had to hear those words over and over again, and it reminded me of so many things that we face. So many stories we have about where we are in life, in a day, in a relationship, in a moment, and that we may have the idea that things are so severe they're not worth it, or they're not any good anymore, or they have simply started to break down or fail and won't come back. And sometimes it takes telling ourselves a completely different version of that story. And today I appreciated his story that no matter how severe things are, a situation is, it can always be turned around. And later in his message, he said, the one thing that will help us defeat COVID-19 is solidarity. Solidarity, 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 he said, between age groups, between countries, between people who have and people who are very needy right now. And that stuck with me too. And I thought, if we have a chance today to notice where we can find some solidarity, where we can find a little bit of peace, and where we can find just one moment of noticing that many things that have been very severe have been turned around by the efforts of people coming together. I wish you well. I hope you really find some enjoyment in the rest of this weekend. Bye for now.